Hey guys, what's up? Alec back with the daily stock market, and look at that, up $2,300 on the day. So I hope you guys were buying the dip. Like we were saying, although it might be uncomfortable to buy the dip and your account might suffer for a few days or even a week or so, it ends up bouncing back. We're up 4% on the day, $2,300 we made today. And it just goes to show that patience does pay off and buying the dip does pay off, and not sell during the dip, because a lot of people are selling during the dip, which will bite your account in the butt. And that's how you'll actually end up having a red portfolio over the long term. So remember, when stocks are low, you need to start buying, stop selling. And when stocks are high, you need to start selling and stop buying. And remember, that's just one of my accounts. We're also up over $530 on my Fidelity account and over $1,000 on my Webull account also. Looks like one of our NEO calls absolutely exploded today, up almost 300% at one point, and currently sitting at a 234% gain. And if we look at NEO, you'll see they're up 7% on the day, almost nearly up 8%. This is also one that we were buying in the close friends list. As soon as it went below $35 per share, closer to $33 per share, we started loading up some positions in NEO. They are an interesting one for long term, but they are risky because remember, they're under the regulations of the Chinese stocks and the Chinese government. And if you're wondering what the analysts are saying about NEO, they're agreeing on about a 72% upside on average, a $62 price stock for NEO in the next 12 months. Some analysts even have it as high as $72. And on the low side, in the next 12 months, the lowest estimate is around $47 in the next 12 months, which is still a good gain. Okay, so if you're looking for some explosive growth, NEO can be the stock for you. However, it's a little bit more risky, so just remember that. We have a 4.5-star analyst coming from Bank of America with a $62 price target, reiterated only 7 days ago as well. His success rate is very low, so that's a little bit alarming, and there's a lot of 1-star analysts coming in as well. So I do think there's some long-term potential for NEO, but it is just a little bit more risky. We have ChargePoint up 5%, so some people's options are bouncing back a little bit here. We have ChargePoint still down 15% in the last month and down 31% in the last 3 months. We talk about them a lot on the channel, so we won't talk about them too much today. But just to do a quick update, I am buying anything under $20 per share. Not a lot of it at a time, just buying a couple shares here and there, pretty much every single day, dollar cost averaging into them consistently, under $20 per share, selling above 20, 23, 24, 25, 26, and even $30 to $35 for long term. Look at that. We have BABA absolutely bouncing back today, up nearly 9% on the day. And at one point, they were up nearly 10% on the day. So is this the point in time where BABA is going to bounce back and everyone's over the fears and regulations that China's opposing on these stocks? We have a lot of Chinese stocks bouncing back. We already talked about NEO. BABA is also bouncing back huge, 10%. So BABA has a long way to go. If this one flies back to $230, $250 per share, that can be around a 50% increase of the stock price. So just pay attention for that, watch out for that, and be prepared. I personally am buying and was buying anything under $150 per share. It did briefly get to $130 per share for a little bit, but it didn't last long. And you can see that it typically does bounce back whenever it's oversold significantly. But lately, the bounce backs have not been lasting long at all, and it's been falling shortly after it bounces back. So keep that in mind also. If we see $130 BABA again, I'm personally not going to be sitting on my hands and letting that pass by, even if it's just for a swing trade. We see Wix bouncing back, one of our swing trades as well, up 5% on the day. So that's where we're also making money from. They're down 35% in the last 3 months. That's why we're swing trading them. And it looks like they're following the pattern pretty well. And it looks like Wix is going to be back on the way up. So if you want to be a risky player You know, if you think that this is the end of the little crash that we had, or the dip we had, if you want to call it that, you can take out some call options on things like Wix, things like Wish, ChargePoint, some of the other ones that we're talking about that are starting to heat back up. Could be a good idea. It's very risky, though, especially in the stock market that we're in right now. You never know what's going to happen, and things can go down significantly more. But what you see when Wix hits a bottom here, you see that tail, and then it pulls back up and bounces back significantly. And it typically pulls up at least, you know, the minimum that we saw right here when we saw it pull back up was around 15%. Okay, so I think we can see Wix go up around 15% or more as a swing trade. So under $190 per share, I think it's a great place to slowly average yourself into a swing trade like Wix and reap the benefits and reap the reward around $200, $250 per share. I think it's a very reasonable place for Wix stock to be once again. We also see things like Zillow that's absolutely been destroyed as well, bouncing back here up 5% on the day. Unity Software is another one swing trade that we were doing, and we were up pretty good on that one. We already took a lot of profits, up 36% in the past 3 months. This can be a good long-term hold as well if you want to look into that, but I would prefer to buy under $100 per share for Unity. You also see the ARK ETF bouncing back. Remember, I always like to buy this one under $100 per share. It's down 10% in the last month, so still a pretty good buying opportunity, especially if you're long-term. If you plan on holding for 2, 3 years, even 5 years, ideally 5 years you want to hold ARK for. I think that this one could be a good one to stuff into your portfolios, in your long-term portfolios, in your Roth IRAs, in your 401ks. It's hitting a support right at the $110 mark. Looks like it's a pretty popular support. So even if you want to swing trade it, I'm sure ARK will be at $125 once again. You can even consider maybe even trading an option for a little bit longer term. And you can buy a call, and looking at this like $117 call, $116 call, I think that this is a good one for December 17th. And that's why you want to watch these videos all the way through, because sometimes I drop some gems like this. I'm actually going to buy this. Expiration is 12/17, and the strike price is, what was it, 118. Okay, it's only $395 per share. So I think that this is a pretty good opportunity for a call option, and we're going to see ARK bouncing back to around $125 per share, or even $122 per share. I think is going to be a good place that we can actually sell this, take some profits, and this is something I'm going to be posting on the close friends list. Okay, so it's 10:40. You can see the top screen in the top left-hand corner. I'm posting this right now, so if you want to be a little bit earlier on these call options, I post them in my close friends list on Instagram. You can actually see my daily buys, what I'm buying every single day, what I'm selling every single day, when I'm buying it, how much I'm buying it, and what stocks I'm buying too. Now, we also have stocks like BNGO up 6% on the day. And we were talking about buying them at 7 a.m. this morning, right as the news hit, at about $5.05 per share on the close friends list. So you're already up around 4% if you're on the close friends list buying BNGO as well. You see Skills up 5% after being absolutely obliterated. Tesla has not really moved. It's remaining flat on the day, right at about 0.5%. They're up 25% in the last 3 months, however. So they've been absolutely killing it and absolutely smoking the show right now. They're at a popular resistance right now, so just be careful with Tesla. They can either go one of two ways, new all-time highs, or they can go back to the support of around $600 per share. So that'll be interesting to see. Now, one that we haven't talked about in a while is Shift. I'm still buying, and they're at a good price point to buy. Look how cheap we actually have these contracts here. So Shift, it's only 63 cents, which is about $65. So we can easily buy 5 of these contracts and not even sweat it. So in this case, we are going to buy 5 more call options So again, if you're watching these videos all the way through, you're getting a lot of value on the option trades as well. I'm looking to sell this one at when it hits about $8 per share in the next couple months, the next like month and a half. I think there's a good possibility it could hit $8 per share once again. We also have some other stocks like Huya and Baidu up a very large amount. But if you guys want a crypto update and to be updated about crypto, I know a lot of people always ask me and DM me to do crypto updates, but they don't realize that I actually post all my crypto updates on my second channel. And the reason why I made my second page, my second Instagram page, and I post everything there is because I really want to go deep into cryptocurrency. I think it's going to be a big thing in the future. So instead of just mentioning it at the end of the videos on the stock market page here and there, I actually want to nerd out about it and go hugely deeply into detail. And that's why we created the second page for people who want 100% crypto market content. And some of the stuff that I post on my crypto page would probably be annoying to stock market enthusiasts. So that's why it was a good idea to separate the pages. So go show me some love, show me some support on my crypto page. If you guys want a crypto update, I post them there almost 4 times a week. And I'm going to try to be posting more Instagram IGTV videos in the future as well. So if you want to be a part of it, show some love, share it with a friend as well. Share this video with a friend if you think that they can see some value in it. And I'll see you in the next video. Remember, don't time the market, buy the market. Peace.